Welcome back. According to the CDC, skin cancer is the most common form of cancer here in the United States. According to the department, about 6.1 million adults are treated for skin cancer. And in 2019, here in Florida, more than 7,500 cases of melanoma reported. That breaks down to 24 people per 100,000. Melanoma is the third most common type of skin cancer, and of all types of skin cancer, melanoma causes the most deaths. Here to talk more about skin cancer awareness is Dr. Craig Forleiter. Good morning. Thank you so much, Doctor, for being here. So talk a little bit about when it comes to skin cancer. Here we are in Florida, exposed to the sun 12 months out of the year. What do we need to know?
So you're exactly right. 5-6 million new cases a year. That's a staggering number. The good news is it's extremely preventable and extremely treatable. But we live in the Sunshine State, and you have to be wearing sunscreen when you're outside.
All right, so talk a little bit about what we should be doing to protect ourselves. You talk about reapplying. Goodness, that's a lot. You know, when you read the back of the sunscreen, you're supposed to be doing it, what, every 2 to 4 hours, something like that. Then you have all these warnings coming out about certain sunscreens being pulled because of potential cancer risk. So what should we be using? What do you tell your patients?
So some are better than others. We always recommend a medical grade skincare. It's not about the SPF so much as the ingredient. It should have either zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. It's really convenient if it fits in your pocket and can be reapplied as you need. And then there's also things like shirts that have SPF in them. Those rash guard shirts are great. And if you're not reapplying every 2 hours, but you're out on the boat and you throw one of those shirts on, you're pretty well protected. I
always say those are the best things for kids too, because trying to put sunscreen on a 5-year-old is nearly impossible, and then you get it in their eyes and then somebody's crying.
I have a 5-year-old and I completely agree.
So you get it. All right. So talk a little bit, we talked about some of the awareness. So stay in the shade. You talked about what you wear over your clothing. Any other things that you can just give us advice to prepare?
So in order to prevent and catch skin cancer early, you should be seen by your dermatologist. Now, depending on your risk factors, and some people are more at risk than others, that dictates how often you should see your dermatologist. For some people, once a year is plenty. Other people that may have a family history or may have blonde hair, light eyes, history of previous sunburns, they may want to be seen 2 or even more times per year.
So we talk about putting sunscreen on, you know, you're immediately putting it on your arms, your legs, your face, but the hairline, a huge deal, your ears as well, right?
I've had a number of patients whose skin cancer was caught by their barber or hairstylist because they're in the hairline and find things that we don't always see. Even our own backs. If you have a partner or a friend at home that can just check your back out once in a while, you may not notice a mole that's changing or getting bigger, but a friend or a family member can save you.
Really, really good advice. So anything unique that Jupiter Medical is doing when it comes to treating skin cancers?
Absolutely. The most important thing when a diagnosis is made, sometimes it could just be handled by someone like me, a plastic surgeon. Sometimes it could be handled by a dermatologist. Other times it requires a multidisciplinary approach, especially if it's a little more advanced. Jupiter Medical Center has all the correct specialties that will be involved in your care. They also offer next day oncology appointments so that once this diagnosis is made, you don't need to sit on that diagnosis and be anxious. You could get in, be seen by the captain of the ship, and get your treatment underway.
I know that's a big push at Jupiter Medical Center right now because it's so intimidating. You find something now and then having to wait X amount of days, weeks, months sometimes for an appointment. Nice to be able to get in and have a plan.
Absolutely. That will set your mind at ease and get you treated. And like we said, it's curable if it's caught early.
You know, we talk about this all the time and people say, I know I'm supposed to wear sunscreen, but it still happens. We talked about the number of people diagnosed each and every year. So either people just aren't listening or sometimes you just can't help it. Sometimes it's just part of living down here.
It's also accumulation of what you've done your whole life. So even though you haven't done anything wrong in the last week or month, if you've had a childhood by the beach with the reflector and oil on your skin, like so many patients tell me before they knew better, your cumulative risk is there. So you got to get checked and you got to get taken care of.
Grew up in Indiana, tanning beds, baby oil on the legs. Yep, I'm guilty, but not anymore, not anymore. Always have that SPF. Thank you so much, Doctor. Good advice, even if you've lived here for a long time. A lot of new Floridians here as well, so it's always a good reminder.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We have more information. Of course, we're doing a series all week on the morning show talking about skin cancer risk and what we can do to keep ourselves safe. You can search at WPBF.com. Thank you.